It is finally time. What's up, guys? Melvin here, and it is time to join the Dark Ages. This was obvious for this channel, ladies and gentlemen. If you had any doubts that this would not get a playthrough here, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, because Doom and this channel are synonymous with each other. So, yeah, this was to be expected. But, if we're gonna do this, we're doing it right. So, I got a little surprise. Car and Took! Because you know I'm not going into this without a little extra protection. And I'm sorry, this new Slayer suit, yeah, this thing rocks. So, with all that said, let's get on the regular skin, even though we have quite a abundant collection. Thank you, Collector's Edition perks. And let's dive into the campaign, 22 big-ass levels of Doom the Dark Ages. Now, we're going to hurt me plenty, because, let's be real, this game is gonna test us. So let's keep it simple for now, and let's do this thing. Now, one thing I gotta give compliments to right off the bat is the fact that they give you all sorts of different customizable options for you to play this game with. From game speed to day's duration, all of it is customizable, so you can tailor make this game to how you want to play it, not how anyone else does, which I think is great. That level of customization is pretty freaking sweet. But enough stalling, let's get into this thing. In the age of fire and ruin, when the legions of hell first set foot upon Argent Denur, another came, an outsider, his path to their world carved in blood, for the demons could not escape his wrath. The Night Sentinels, desperate and broken, saw in him a weapon. Their gods, ever watchful, saw something more. They bestowed upon him strength beyond mortal flesh, speed beyond thought, a gift now tethered to their will. And just look at that. Oh, that is utterly freaking beautiful. If there's one thing that this game gets compliments on, it's how gorgeous it looks, because good God, that looks amazing. Oh, and we are just thrown right into the thick of it seems, right into the freaking war zone. You know, no hesitation, just right into this shit, huh? Yeah, it's gonna get nasty. But we are about to bring the thunder in ways these guys aren't expecting. And we've got some new things to worry about as well. Not just Hell's armies, but something much more sinister.
We will not leave here until the Heart of Argent is found.
The Heart of Argent?
It is close.
I wonder what that's gonna be.
The Horde will tear this village to pieces, but our time is running out. Soon, the humans will summon him.
Oh yeah. They will. And then you're fucked.
We found the entry point. It doesn't make sense, sir.
The barrier is still holding, but our scans show that 3 portals were opened from inside the village.
Makes you wonder. Dissenters? Probably. But we know how to take care of those, don't we?
How much time?
Get me the new bishop. Valen's armored division is still an hour away.
We could try and launch the Atlands.
There's no time.
No time for the Atlans. They need to send in the big guns.
Bishop Creed. We need him.
Oh yeah. It's about to go down. The Creed Maker's ship. And that is a big freaking maker, dude. Holy crap. He is massive. Literally and figuratively.
Must
The village of Colleen is a mining settlement. If it falls, everything will be destroyed, including your Sentinel energy reserves.
So yeah, maybe listen to the chick. She knows what she's talking about. Send in the big guns already. And there we are.
For the village of Colleen.
Fully armored and ready to fight. Although, things aren't as they appear. Why do the eyes glow? Kind of ominous, don't you think? And this is one of my favorite additions, the shield. Because yeah, forget meat hooks, we've got some added defense. And it rocks.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go. These poor bastards ain't gonna know what hit them. They really aren't. But look at the demons in this game. They look fantastic. It's a shame, though. We're about to rip them to fucking shreds. Welcome, one and all, to Doom, the Dark Ages. This is about to get metal as fuck. I hope you're all strapped in, because this is gonna be fucking great. And yeah.
Confirmed. The Slayer has been activated.
Yes, it has. Well, that means us. But can we just talk about the heads-up display? Yes, the classic face is available, and it's freaking glorious. Alright. So, of course, we got our standard fodder demons here. You know, standard affair stuff. Now, we've got some extra mobility, and since this game does not feature the meat hook like the last one, we actually get to jump on ledges quite quickly. But now, the cool part, the shield. Not only does it allow you to block oncoming fire, like so, but certain green projectiles can be shot back. The parry system in this is what's going to make this a lot more interesting, because combat is very much a different beast. Speaking of which, I get the sense that we're about to get into some combat. But first off, let me show you something else that this shield can do. First off, nice blockage. Lock on and... You might not have a meat hook, but you've got ramming speed with a shield. Yeah, don't worry, they made up for certain losses of speed by just adding some more deadlier speed onto the mix. Trust me, the makers of the Doom games know what they're doing. Give them your trust, and they shall deliver in spades. At least, that's my opinion. Now let's focus and get to the village. And yeah, make sure you sprint when going towards certain walls. It'll make getting up them a lot faster. Alright. Gotta blast these suckers right back to Kingdom Come. Alright. Now, let's see here. You can just see that little icon there, and we'll just take our shield and ram right through it. Hello, Mr. Imp. Good to see you after a hot minute. Your design looks fantastic. Gotta say, loving what you're doing with the throwback to the OG. Very good stuff. You're still gonna die, but I respect what you bring to the table. And now we have our daze system, which is essentially glory kills, but a little bit more simplified. Yeah, you don't get super graphic execution style stuff, which might be a deterrent for some. I can understand that. But you still get your perks in when you do these execution style kills. So it's not completely out of the ordinary. It's a change, but it's welcome, because this game's going for a different approach. This isn't fast, frantic, and crazy like Doom Eternal. This is slow, calculative, and plotting. You're gonna have to take your time in certain scenarios, because if not, you will get comboed. Believe me, watching Kai play this was, certainly something. He gave me a few pointers here and there, which is why he's kind of busy with his own thing. Don't worry, he's enjoying himself in the apartment of Look Outside. At least I think he is. Lord only knows. But that's not important right now. What's important is getting through all of this shit. And boy, did they leave this place a mess. Seriously. Also, notice how when you approach, people look genuinely terrified of you. You are a behemoth in their eyes. Which honestly makes sense. You know, you're this big hulking beast of a freaking Slayer, just going up tearing things to pieces. Oh, what do we have here? A weapon drop. Let's see what we've been gifted. Ooh, a gauntlet, huh? Melee combat is going to be very important in this game, so melee weapons have been added. First off, the power gauntlet, which basically means we get to punch the ever-loving shit out of things. The cool thing about this particular melee weapon is you get 3 punches before it runs out of juice. So, punch away! And of course the game is gracious enough to give you melee ammo to test out your new toy, which I honestly love. Speaking of which, hey Impy Boy! Get fucked! Yeah, the 3-hit combo system with the gauntlet is fucking choice. Seriously, just being able to 3-hit combo a son of a gun to death is it's so fun. And also, when you get them dazed, you don't lose a thing of charge, which I appreciate, because that way you can keep it for another demon that might need a swift kick in the ass. And of course, secrets are abound, including our life sigils. Our life system has returned, but if you'll notice, it's fairly limited this time around. That's right, the life system cannot be stacked. You're only allowed 3 life sigils at a time this time around. So, if you gather 3 lives and you lose them all, that's it. Game over. You gotta start over where you left off. Unless you play some of the harder difficulties, in which case, no, yeah, you gotta start all the way over. That's a beast I'm not willing to touch. Also, peep this doorway. This is a point of no return marker. Once you pass through here, you cannot go back to the area previous. So, if there are any secrets or collectibles that you want to get, you have to get them before you leave. Otherwise, you will not get another chance and you'll have to replay the level in order to do it. Now, I'ma admit, kinda not a fan of that. Just because in the previous games, you were allowed to do that exploring to gather up secrets. Taking that away feels kinda odd, but it also trains you to be hyper-vigilant when exploring levels. Meaning there's gonna be a lot of checking maps and making sure that things are in the right place, you know, things like that. You know, not a terrible addition, but definitely an oddball choice, at least to me. You know, that's the sort of thing I'm a little bit perplexed. But I'm not gonna let that deter me, because this game still brings it where it counts the most. And that is ripping and tearing demons to absolute bloody shreds. Like so. Also, anybody else notice that my controller's kind of looking spooky? Like, look at this freaking thing. It even reacts with me. Like, that's kind of cool. Okay, so we need a blue key. So let's go exploring. Which, yeah, maps are going to be huge in this game. Just as a heads up, these videos are not going to be short. I'm going to let y'all know now, these levels and these videos, they're going to be a long one. So make sure you got snacks and drinks and all those fun things, because, yeah, this is going to get big quick. Yeah, come on, big boys. I can take you. Here's a bunch of imps. Yep, there you go. Get knocked down. Oh, no you don't. Alright. So, as you can see, there's another blue key mark here that leads to a secret. Alright, we also have a shield back here. I wonder where this leads. Alright, this leads down the path we need to go. So So maybe this is one of those things where it circles around. Oh, we have our first parryable projectile. So green Hell Surge projectiles can be parried. And when you parry something back, it allows a lot of opportunities. So if you get a chance to parry some bullets, do it. Alright. And as you can see, you can deflect it back at your attacker. So, Big Boy Imp here is going to demonstrate that for us. Yeah! Auto stun and instant glory kill. But in case you missed it the first time, let's see. Impy! There you are. There's two of them, actually. Have some of that in your face. Alright. And what? Of course, he decides not to parry, you schmuck. Ah, well. Still dead anyway. Now then. Gotta find the blue key. Is there anything in this area? Nope. No secrets. So we are good to keep moving. For me, it's always good to double... Oh, hello. Big Boy has approached us. Alright. Come on, I can take ya. Glory Strikes. Once dazed, some demons are vulnerable to Glory Strikes. Essentially, you're doing some minimal damage before taking them out for good. In this case, we're dealing with pinkies. Yes, this hulking behemoth is a pinky, and it has someone riding it, so these are called Pinky Riders. They're big, they're nasty, and taking out the rider only makes these things go feral. So, it's best to keep your distance. So that way, you have a fighting chance. Because getting too close and personal will lead to some hefty damage. As you can see, like, damage can accrue quickly if you're not careful. That's why health orbs are a major thing. Once certain enemies drop them, you'll be able to get your health back in spades. Alright, these guys are... they gotta go. So, goodbye cultists. Let's close off your freaking summoning circle. Y'all are the reason all this bullshit's happening. Okay, there's a cultist still here. Where are they? Yeah, I thought I killed them all. Oh well. We got our blue key. Alright, I wish that health orbs thing would go away. Because it's literally just like floating there above my head. Alright, now that we got the blue key, we can open blue doors. Alright. We have our auto map, which features our dossier as well as our weapons, which, yes, in a previous file we did get the skins, which they carry over? Oh, sweet! Well, that's a nice detail. Skins actually carry over to other files. I like that. Okay, well, if that's the case, I'm going to go with the Nightmare skin for the shotgun, because, seriously, the Nightmare skins look really good. Alright, so, blue key opens door, and we get our first secret. An imp toy. Yes, the toys are back, and they do the same thing as they did previously, but you can select whether you want to see the toy or you want to see the actual monster model, which is cool. It has its own dedicated menu now, which is sweet. Alright, so back on the map, let's move forward. As we have our soldiers ready to join us, even though, let's be real, they ain't gonna be doing much. They're just kind of there. Oh, we got some Hellgates. Alright.
Once he kills the demons, the portals will collapse.
Alright, so just take out the demons and collapse the portal. Simple enough. Alright, our objective markers are right there. It shows us exactly what we need to do. So just go in and, well, do what you do best. Rip and fucking tear. The best thing you can do. Double parry. Love it. Alright. Now, so far, we're just rocking our usual combat shotgun, but don't knock the shotty. This bad boy is going to be a freaking beast of a weapon. I mean, all shotguns are, aren't they? But this being a Doom game, there's bound to be some very creative, very lovely, very deadly weapons that we'll get to play with. So don't worry, we'll be getting ours soon enough. Get punched. I love doing that. There's just something satisfying about doing that crunchy punch. Alright, so have we taken out the demons in this area yet? Portal's still open, so I'm gonna say no. Oh, wait, there's one. Get fucked. Okay, that closed it. Nice. Okay. Now we're making some progress. Let's see. There is a secret there that I cannot access at the moment because it is protected by a purple key. The secret key. So once we find that, we'll be able to access where we need to go. Alright. For some more demon hunting. And yeah, you can parry melee strikes too. Don't think it's just projectiles. If you see green wrapping around them hands, parry the hell out of it. Or, you know, just be stupid and take unnecessary damage. Oh well. Yeah, I said that the executions weren't there. I didn't say they were gone forever. Because let's face it, it's Doom. If they didn't have some sort of execution style freaking glory kill, there'd be riots. Personally from me, because I would be very disappointed. Okay. That's another portal down. Let's see. No way to access anything from here. But there is something down here. Perhaps if we follow the path... Oh, there's a sigil here. And a bunch of demons that don't know who the fuck they're fucking with. Okay, yeah. Let's turn them into paste. Literally. Turn them into paste. Another life sigil. Very good. So that means we're up to 2. One more and we'll have max lives. Which is very weird to say. But at the same time, different strokes for different folks. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Another weapon drop. Ooh, hello, pretty. The Shredder. Okay, what do you do? The Shredder is a full auto weapon that launches a barrage of barbed spikes at enemies. It is equally effective from close to long range so long as you stay on target. Okay. Seems effective at the moment. Good stuff, good stuff. Hits hard from what I'm seeing. It sticks too, like, did you see how it just laid into the pinky? Like, impressive stuff. Yep, okay, this is a fun one. I like. Of course, you gotta punch him to really send a message, so eat fist! I was willing to take the damage on that one. That was worth it in my opinion. Okay, so, oh, there is a secret this way. I think it's another toy. So let's go get it. Alright, what do we got? The soldier. Cool. Moving on. Oh, hello. I just want to toy with him at this point. Because it's fun. Yeah, these guys don't know who they're messing with. They picked the wrong freaking dude to fight. Like, I'm a fighter. Y'all figured this out by now. I'm a scrapper. So this is my environment. This is my turf. These guys don't know who they fuck with now. This is where I thrive. This is where I survive. These demons, they're gonna wish they never met me. That's it. Come on. Get close. I can take your shit. Yeah, bring them on. Why not? All right. Who is it? Where are they? Where's the Sunner? Where are they? Ha! Take that in your face. Okay. That's 3 portals down. All right. So I think the one key that we need is, there it is, secret key. Ominous looking key, isn't it? Alright, so there's no more secrets in this area, so let's make our way back. Alright, definitely going back the long way. Because why not? Alright. Make our way back. Still haven't been able to access that room. Let's see. There seems to be a way to do it, but I'm not sure how. We'll figure this out at some point, but there is also a weapon skin under there. So maybe there's a way over here that I'm not seeing. Oh, wait, there it is! Okay, so it's going to require a leap of faith type thing. Okay, so just very carefully. Oh! Okay. Maybe. Okay, had a dumb. Having a smart now. Okay, so let's approach it from another angle. Maybe if we approach it this way, because there's an opening here, we just do a sprint, and bam! There we go. Another secret. There's a bunch of explodey barrels, which means enemies. I kind of didn't plan for that to go the way it did, and I did not expect to take all that damage, but you know what? Kind of worked out. Now we've got another weapon skin. It's basically just the nightmare skin, so it really isn't much, but for completion's sake, it's part of what we gotta do. Okay, jump pad, work with me here. Okay, what the fuck? Get rid of those. And now bounce. Much better. Health back, armor back. Cool. Moving forward. Just clearing out secrets like it's my birthright. Okay, open the gate. Life sigil. Maxed out. Good. Okay, so the last portal's up ahead. So let's do what a Slayer does best and clear them out. Alright, bring it on. I do love that blocking projectiles also manages to stun those around us too. So that way it has like a shockwave effect to go along with it. Nice stuff. But also be careful. If you'll notice that on the lower left-hand corner, your shield also has a health meter. If you let it go too far down, it will actually break. Just for a little bit. Don't worry, it comes back. Alright, got another Pinky Hunter. Pinky Rider, whatever. Ain't gonna matter much in a minute. The sucker's about to be glory killed. With a boot! Literally, boot to the face.
All hell gates closed.
Yep.
The village is secure.
Okay. So that's the village taken care of. Alright. Dossier is still good. Anything over here we need to worry about apart from a jump pad? Let's see. Does that lead us? That just leads back. Okay. Moving forward.
Readings in the South Bay. Incoming.
Alright. Oh. Oh, a Titan? Okay. Titan level stuff, huh? Alrighty. Alrighty. I can work with that. Let's find a Titan. Why not? Level 1. Taking down a Titan. Let's freaking dance. Alright. Shredder's still good on ammo, as is my combat shotgun. Got lore. Doomslayer lore. The best lore. Well, let's move forward and see what this Titan looks like. Let's just freaking do it already, shall we? This is gonna be fun. Alright. The whole cavalcade of people here. Refugees and people from villages just seeking shelter. Armor at... Oh, there it is! There's the big motherfucker! Let's kill it! Let's kill the big son of a bitch! Why not? Alright, there is a secret over there. So I'm guessing once we're past that wall, we can get to it. Yeah, past there. Alright, time to fight! Also, can I just say, I love the fact. Like, this is just a personal thing. But I love that when the Slayer lands on his feet, that son of a bitch just lands with the force of 1,000 freaking tons. Could you imagine the force behind that stomp? Like, in all reality, that stomp could probably put a crater in the ground. Like, I'm just saying, you don't fuck with something that powerful. Ever. Alright, come on. Alright, I see a Pinky Rider shooting projectiles. You can actually recognize what projectile belongs to who just based on its color and pattern. Like, if it's a thin bullet like that, it's coming from a Pinky Rider. After the Rider is dead, the Pinky just goes feral, so it doesn't really shoot projectiles. Alright. Speaking of which, there's another one to prove my point. But it doesn't prove it very long, as you can see. Also, really love the Shredder. It's a nice, rapid-fire starting weapon. Very good shit. Alright. That opened the gate. Alright, let's move. Okay, climb the wall to get to the other secret. That should be the last one, right? Yep. Okay, last secret's over here. Codex entry, which is the village of Kyzers. I'll have to read these sometime, I think. This game definitely focuses more on story and its cinematics.
Someone get on that turret!
Okay, a turret, huh? Well, I think we got everything, so you know what? Let's use this fucking turret. Let's see what this is all about, huh? Alright, so just casually just shooting a bunch of demons with a giant freaking turret. Okay, I dig. Blast all the fuck. Firebolt. What's that all about? Alright, I'm gonna save that for a bigger demon, because it seems like as long as we shoot the ones that have explosions on them, like the big exploding barrels, or... Actually, you know what? That was fucking worth it. Okay, that was cool as fuck. Oh, okay, Titan's coming to play now, huh? Eat Firebolt, fucker! There goes its arm. Come on. Charge it up. Let's do it. Fire away! Yeah, you're not getting close, buddy. I don't know if you know who the fuck I am, but you're about to learn the name of the fucking MugSlayer. And MugSlayer don't fuck around. And that's why you don't fuck with a Slayer. We don't lose. It seems our efforts are being observed. The glowing eyes thing is so fucking creepy, especially given that chess piece is pretty much keeping us under lock and key.
And now he has a leash.
The Makers felt a weapon as powerful as the Slayer.
Should be guided.
And you agreed.
He's not one
Of us. They
Not
wanted
one of you, huh?
answers, And so did I.
Oh, that'll change. That'll fucking change. At least if the other games are to be believed. And now we're in hell. Literally. Being observed by hell itself. Love the designs of the Hell Priests in this game, by the way. That's fucking cool. And here's our big bad of the game. The Prince of Hell itself. Prince Azrak.
It is not this witch who is forced onto the battlefield against the Slayer. All the power of hell cowering before one man.
Yeah, one man who'd be pissed the fuck off.
Our enemy is divided.
Yeah.
Time is now. And the heart of Argent gives us the power to conquer the beast.
The Heart of Argent. That's been mentioned a few times. I don't know what that's about.
The horde is yours to command.
Uh-huh.
Now, Prince Azrael,
I love for now.
I will be informing the High Council of your progress.
Mm-hmm.
They fear him, and so your dominion over hell is not absolute.
Obviously.
Avoid the Slayer. We should focus on breaking the humans first.
Did this motherfucker actually have a smart and decide to ignore the Slayer?
Resume our search.
Okay. Smartest villain in the Doom franchise. He actually thinks to avoid the Slayer to not overcomplicate his plans. Either he's the smartest motherfucker in the room, or Hell's been doing it wrong for centuries. Either way, the dude figured out the trick. Avoid the Slayer and just go for the humans. It's fucked, but at least the dude's smart. To an extent. He still fucked with the wrong people. And he's still gonna die. But at the very least, he had somewhat of a brain. But that is level 1 of 22. Yeah, 22 levels. That means 22 levels of slaying that we are going to go through. And as you can see, these levels are big. And they're only going to get bigger. Yeah, I said it. Bigger. So, tune in next time as we head to Habeth to continue our campaign of carnage. So till then, thank y'all for watching. If you enjoyed this, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. Be sure to check out our social media links down in the description below. If you'd like to support this channel even further, every like, comment, share, and subscribe helps this channel's growth immensely, as does the support from the Tier 2 and Tier 3 Patreon supporters. Those being Carmelo-san, Honor Higgins, Sonic Destroyer 12, Devil1414, Hitsuyo Nakuradento, Mimi Peach, Ruby Lupin, Silver Fox MC, and TV. If you'd like to support the Patreon, as well as get videos early in long form, as well as Patreon exclusive supercuts of these Let's Plays, check the link, the Patreon will be there. And with that said, this has been Melvin, and I will see you all next time. Adios!